You want to see the most fucked up pilot, I think, in the entire goddamn country? Right here in Hampton, New Jersey. This place has the most ridiculous design, or whatever you want to call it, layout of any goddamn pilot. See, now, when you scale out, you gotta scale and then you gotta come back around this way, and it's just a pain in the ass. It's so tight, it's a clusterfuck right now. It is absolutely retarded. I don't even know where I'm gonna go go inside and get my fucking scale. Look at this. It is quite literally the biggest clusterfuck of a truck stop I've ever gone to. And this is where I have to go to get to weigh my truck every time I leave Flemington. Jesus. Now we're sitting here waiting for God knows what. The way it works is you go in, you scale out, and then you're not even allowed to go back out on the road. You have to go around to the right, and then you got oncoming trucks that are trying to leave, and there's only enough room for like one truck to get through at a time. But there's so many blind spots. You're trying to go, and then they're trying to go, and then you meet in the middle, and then it just becomes an absolute cluster. Wait till you see this cluster. Looks like it turned around here. Yeah! Like I said, a goddamn clusterfuck. The worst truck stop ever. Hey, you little faggot. God damn it. Hey. What a dick this guy is. What the fuck? Fucking retard. God damn it, dude. You just want to punch people when you come to a truck stop like this. And then this goddamn Jesus Christ is Lord fucker. He's sitting right here. He's been there. That's a 5-minute lane only to go in and get a goddamn scale ticket. And he's been blocking that whole fucking thing this entire time. So, I just shut the camera off. Which the guy that I was bitching about cut me off when I was trying to get through there. I had the luxury of parking next to that fuckhead, and I gave him a piece of my fucking mind. And I got out of my truck, and oh my god, just the fucking audacity that guy had. All he kept saying was, well, did you expect me to wait for you? Did you expect me to wait behind you? It's like, yeah, that's what's called taking fucking turns. You learn how to do that when you're 2 fucking years old, you dipshit. Pissed me off a little bit, as you can tell. I got out of the truck and I told him, I can't remember what exactly I said, but it wasn't pretty. But I did tell him that a big thing in this trucking industry that keeps everybody happy is called professional courtesy. Completely lacked it. I know that sounds cheesy as fuck to tell somebody out of an argument, but it's true. I mean, that's exactly what he lacked. He didn't have any fucking common courtesy. I was obviously in line before that guy. Obviously. And he fucking cut me off, and then continued to cut me off as I nosed my way in there and went around me. I can't believe he actually said, you know, well, did you expect me to wait behind you? Did you expect me to wait for you? Yeah, dipshit. That's what a line is called. That's why there is a line. Because you wait behind the guy in front of you because he was there first. Anyway, ironically, I was going to make a video about the difficulties of being a trucker. And about how if you're the kind of guy that actually gives a damn about what you do, this is not an easy industry to be involved with. Because there's a lot of bullshit that goes on that you just kind of have to sometimes deal with, sometimes face it head on like I did. I've done both, obviously. It's not simply driving a truck and backing into a door banging gears and killing lot lizards. No, I'm just kidding. But it's really, it's none of that stuff. I mean, it is, but there's so much more to it. And if you're the kind of guy like me who gives a damn, it makes it that much harder. And by giving a damn, what I mean is giving a damn about family, giving a damn about your job, giving a damn about yourself enough to know that, you know, like I know I need to, you know, lose weight. And when it comes to diet, trucking is not easy on your diet. And when you really need, you know, like I do, to lose weight, it's tremendously difficult. And even for somebody who is already fit, it's not easy because they have to maintain that level of fitness. And this isn't an easy industry like that. And then not to mention there's also the logs you got to give a damn about. There's the weight of your truck that you got to care about. You know, there's the mechanical state that your truck is in that you got to worry about. You got to make sure everything's fine. That's why you got to do a pre-trip and a post-trip. You got to make sure that none of the hoses are leaking, all the tires are good, the lights are all working, all the fluids are at the right levels. And like I said, when you go away, you got to make sure those axles are right there where they need to be. I weighed, and my drive axle is right at 34,000 pounds, which is the max for a drive axle. Hey, there's a deer. No, that's a goat. Okay, I shit you not. I just saw a goat on the side of the interstate, just on the other side of the guardrail, eating some vegetation. And it looked like a mountain goat in New Jersey. I thought it was a deer at first. We're not driving by any farms. This is all industry for the most part. As I was saying, it's not an easy industry if you're the kind of guy that simply gives a damn. And I do. I give a damn about a lot. You know, and I give a damn about making sure that my truck looks as clean as it can for what I've been given. You know, I mean, it's a 4 or 5 year old truck, so it's not going to look perfect. You know, it's got 580,000 miles on it, but I like to keep it as clean as I can on the inside and the outside, because the truck is it's your business suit. You know, it is what everybody sees before they meet you. That's what every shipper and receiver sees before they meet you. It's your truck. Every truck driver you encounter, they see your truck before they see you, before they talk to you and get to know what kind of a person you are. Your truck is the first impression that anybody has on you as a driver. So you want to make sure your truck looks decent and clean. You know, on the outside. On the inside, it's just all about making it look comfortable and keep it tidy for you, so that you're not living in filth. There's just a lot of stuff you kind of have to take into account. That, you know, for somebody who just doesn't care, it's the easiest damn job in the world. But man, it's difficult. One of the most difficult things about this job is balancing family and work. Because you want to make good money for your family, but you also want to see your family. You know, it's a vicious balancing act. You know, I'm the kind of guy, like, I like to try to make everybody happy. I do. I like to, you know, unless you're an asshole like the guy back there was, I'll get right out and start nailing the shit out of you. That didn't sound right. Scratch that. Edit. I'll get out. I mean, you know, fucking treat me like shit and disrespect me like that, then I'm going to let you know I'm not real happy about it. But anybody that shows me respect, I try to make happy. I try to be, you know, as good of a person as I can. I try to do my job to the best of my ability. I try to provide for my home life, for my family, to the best of my ability. I try to, you know, balance my time with them to the best of my ability while not sacrificing pay, you know, because I make good money out here and it's able to provide for a decent life. And my wife is a stay-at-home mom. She doesn't have to work. You know, we're able to take vacations. We have nice cars. We're able to do, you know, well, to me they're nice cars. I mean, the ones 11 years old, my Expedition, but I love it. But, you know, I mean, before that, though, I've had Cadillacs. I've had, you know, I had that Kia that wasn't a cheap car, even though it was a Kia. And this phone's annoying me right now. My job has provided us with a, you know, relatively good life, and I have nothing to complain about. You know, like I said, nice vacations, all that stuff. You know, so it's like I try to do. It's just not easy. It's not an easy profession. And people that aren't in the industry, they just look at you as a driver, and you are. That's what your title is. You're a truck driver. But there's so much. How about a turn signal, you son of a bitch? Because there's so much that goes into truck driving that happens behind the curtains that nobody sees. You know, and it was nice when I went into that. I was at the Pilot. That's where I got into it with that asshole. And I just scaled my truck. I went inside to pay for the scale and to get some coffee. And one of the ladies that worked there was surprised all the coffee had already needed brewed again. And she was surprised because she just brewed, I guess, all eight pots or whatever. And I jokingly said, you know, we're truck drivers. All we do is drive and drink coffee. And she goes, well, don't you deliver stuff every now and again? And I said, oh, yeah, I guess there's that too. But she was a nice lady, and she, you know, she actually said that she couldn't do this job, and she said that we don't even get enough credit for what we do. You know, nobody, and it's because, you know, and people like her that are at a truck stop, they at least kind of get a glimpse of the backstage chaos that goes on as a truck driver, because they see truck drivers day in and day out, so they understand a little bit about the industry, a little bit about what we go through, but it's just not, you know, it's just not so cut and dry. And I don't know, I guess if there's anybody out there that watched this video and they're considering trucking as a profession, well, let me say this, I love it. You know, you hear truckers all the time say, oh, it's in my blood, man, it's in my blood. Well, it is. I mean, it sounds, you know, you hear it so much, it becomes redundant, but it really is. And I can't see myself doing anything else. It really is in my blood. But, you know, so I love it. I love trucking. But if you are not a trucker yet, and you're considering becoming a trucker, heed what I have said, because there is a lot to it. There really is. There is a lot to being a good truck driver that, you know, like I said, if you don't give a damn about anything, then fine, you know. There's people out there that will literally tell their company that they will not drive in rain, they will not drive at night, they will not drive, oh man, traffic. But they will not drive, you know, in inclement weather. You know, those aren't truck drivers. Those are the definition of the term that gets thrown around called steering wheel holders. That's exactly what they are. They are not truck drivers. They do not perform at anywhere near the level of a respectable truck driver. You know, we have to drive at all times of day. We have to drive at night. We have to drive in the rain. We have to drive in the snow. Yes, if the weather's bad enough, then you can use your own judgment and pull off. But don't tell your company that you're not going to drive in inclement weather. It's just not. You're not going to last. You know, I mean, hell, I've driven. It was just stupid, but I drove through a tropical storm down in Texas on the coast. I had about 45,000 pounds in my trailer, so I was using, you know, I was hoping my truck was anchored down enough, and it was, but there were some heavy ass wind gusts. You know, I mean, they were reported to be close to, you know, about, they said about 70 mile an hour wind gusts. There were trucks blown over around me. I'm not gonna, you know, it wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I'm the kind of guy that I have to get a job done, and you know, I don't like my employer to look at me as somebody that is expendable. And that's how you have to run your truck. You have to run your truck as somebody that can be proven as somebody that just can't be replaced at the drop of a hat. I mean, physically you can be replaced, but as far as your work ethic goes, you have to prove that your work ethic is non-replaceable, or at least not easily replaceable. Because everybody's work ethic is different. That's the thing. Everybody's work it's all different. So you really got to prove to your employer that your work ethic isn't expendable, and that's not easy. Because there are millions of truck drivers out here, and you have to prove that you're better than everybody else. And I mean, you don't have to prove that, but you just have to. I'm trying to think how to word it. You have to do what is asked of you, but at the same time, you do have to use common sense and know your own limits. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here, guys. You all have a good one, and take care.